Hello, friends. You've probably seen movies about the Shaolin monks. These tough guys in yellow robes easily defeat their enemies, and it seems that their capabilities are truly endless. But movies are one thing, and real life is something completely different. And in today's video, I'll tell you how cool these guys really are and reveal a few secrets about them. Even the most powerful warrior can be defeated by dishonesty and cunning. Hits from behind are prohibited in every kind of martial arts, but the Shaolin monks are prepared for even those. The thing is, these fighters get hit in the back every day. It's one of the most important steps in their training. But don't think that they just stand there in pain while someone is beating them. They use the secret iron shirt technique. Thanks to this technique, their muscles become like iron and they feel virtually no pain. The iron shirt technique aims to protect not only the back, but the entire upper body. The monks control their breathing, feel every muscle, and know how and when to contract it. Thanks to this, they become truly invulnerable. This technique doesn't just help the monk to lie on a bed of nails, but it also helps them remain calm when a concrete block is smashed with a hammer right on their chest. In order to strengthen their muscles, all monks sleep on very hard beds. But that obviously isn't all. The monks wrap their bodies in soft cloth and repeatedly fall into a deep pit of sand. Every day, there's less and less sand in the pit, and eventually, the monk must get rid of all the soft cloth and fall into the deep hole with no sand in it at all. Moreover, they are not supposed to experience any pain from the fall at this point, since their muscles should have gradually hardened. Any of them can be lifted up by spears, and they won't only survive, but not even a single scratch will remain on their body. This was made possible by the fact that Shaolin doesn't only teach to control muscles, but also the mind, since it is the brain that sends signals to the body. So when needed, the Shaolin monks can enter a state of trance and deep meditation, which is why they are often considered magicians. The Shaolin monks can even withstand strong blows to the head. In order to keep their heads invulnerable, Shaolin monks do a rather strange exercise every day. They wrap layers of silk cloth on their heads and beat them against the wall. They do it carefully at first, but each day they decrease the number of layers of cloth and increase the strength of the hits. The monks also practice the headstand. Thus, over time, the structures of their skulls change and the bones become as strong as stone. The headstand is great for training the neck muscles, but this exercise takes a lot of practice to perform. First, the monks stand on their heads supporting themselves with their elbows. Later, they switch to their fists for support, and over time, they are able to stand on their heads only. After this kind of training, the neck muscles become iron strong and the monks can do incredible things. For example, they can throw a noose around their necks and hang this way without suffocating or losing consciousness. Kung Fu masters are capable of breaking bricks with one finger and doing push-ups on 2 fingers with a heavy load on their back. Just look at the trunk of this tree. If you think that it was a woodpecker who made all of those holes, you're mistaken. These are the marks left by the fingers of Shaolin monks. Their punches are so strong and accurate that they easily pierce through the tree bark. They perform all these tricks in a state of deep meditation. It's their secret technique called the 2-finger contemplation. All exercises of the Shaolin monks aimed at strengthening their hands are called diamond finger. To master all these tricks and become a real Shaolin master, they need to practice from an early age. Their bodies are very flexible, which is achieved by performing the most difficult stretching exercises from early childhood. Boys at the age of 6 are already able to endure pain, and the abilities of their bodies would be envied by even professional gymnasts. They twist into an arc, wrapping their bodies around tree trunks and hang in this position for a long time. The Shaolin monks can easily balance on any, even the most uncomfortable surface. That's how they trained this skill. The student walks on the edge of a huge clay bowl filled with water, carrying a heavy backpack on his back. Over time, they decrease the amount of water in the bowl and increase the weight of the backpack. Eventually, the monk ends up being able to walk on the edge of the empty clay bowl carrying a backpack that is heavier than the monk themselves. The Shaolin monks have achieved great lightness of the body. Some of them even claim being able to float in the air during meditation. But this isn't entirely true. However, some of them are actually able to walk on grass without crushing it, as if their body has absolutely no weight. The monks can sit on tree branches like birds. But that's not because they can fly, but only because they train to maintain balance. The Shaolin monks don't just run up vertical walls in movies, but in real life too. They know how to develop optimal speed and skillfully control their bodies. They say that Shaolin monks can throw a needle so that it goes through glass. There's even a video that clearly shows the needle bursting a balloon behind the glass. The Mythbusters proved that no needle, not even the thinnest one, can pass through glass. However, a thick needle can easily damage thin glass. That's exactly what the monks showed in the video. All the Shaolin monks have incredible stamina. They are truly universal soldiers, fearless and invulnerable. They can fight without taking breaks, and by the end of the fight, they will still be full of strength and energy. They aren't afraid of neither heat nor cold, and not even hunger or thirst. They seem to be able to withstand anything. The Shaolin monks train every part of their body. All their muscles, without exception, must be like iron. They respect their manhood very much, and so they take training their genitalia very seriously. But is there really not a single fighter in the entire world who could defeat a Shaolin monk? They don't really look that tough at first. Many boxers, bodybuilders, and weightlifters look much more intimidating. The Shaolin monks, by their very existence, prove that size doesn't matter. Anyone can pump up their muscles, but training incredible willpower, endurance, perfect control of one's body is not an easy task. Tigers always live next to monks in Shaolin. They are affectionate like cats and obedient like dogs. How the monks manage to achieve this degree of obedience from wild animals remains a mystery to this day. These tigers don't seem like trained animals, but rather make an impression of loyal and devoted friends. Some assume that the monks are trained in tiger language, others that they use special techniques for controlling the animals' minds. But only the monks know the truth. Not everyone can visit the Shaolin monastery. But we still know some things about the local order. The day begins exactly at 5 in the morning, and the students spend the first 2 hours of the day meditating. After the meditation, there's gymnastics and stretching, after which the students bathe in a mountain stream. Then they get a massage using special herbal ointments, which are supposed to make their muscles stronger. And only after that do the monks have breakfast. Then it's time to study the scriptures. They have the most difficult workouts before lunchtime. In the evening, the monks practice martial arts, sparring among themselves. When a student has mastered all the techniques and proved that they have the necessary level of training, they become a master themselves. Many want to adopt the unique technique of the Shaolin monks, but few are willing to work for it as selflessly as the monks do. Friends, would you be willing to devote your whole life to this kind of training? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all for today. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.